Hey Sagittarius, welcome back to my channel. This is your March 2019 intuitive card reading. Well, I want to say that right before I started recording, I felt like there's, with you, what's going on is like maybe there's some stuff that about yourself that you're not revealing. At first, I saw, like, first I wanted to say, what do you have up your sleeve? But I don't think you're hiding things purposely in a deceitful way. I just think that there are certain things about yourself that you're just not ready to reveal yet. And I'm not sure what this is in regards to. I think you're working on a certain aspect of yourself and you're kind of trying to perfect that before you reveal it, if that makes sense. I feel that you've been pretty to yourself, pretty, now I don't want to say closed off, but just holding your cards close to your chest. And I'm very curious to see if that Four of Pentacles card will come up in your reading, because that definitely is the card that symbolizes holding information, holding on to something. I'm very curious, but it's kind of what I'm getting with you. I want to say guarded, but that may seem a little darker than what I intend it to mean. Guarded doesn't always necessarily like have your guard up in, you know, to avoid conflict. You know, I just think that maybe privacy is big for you right now. It's really important to you right now. Maybe you don't feel like you've got enough of that. Maybe you feel like it's being invaded on some level. You feeling like you want to break free out of something. So I think that maybe part of this is going on, maybe feeling a little restricted. That's kind of what I feel with you, Sagittarius. So let's see what the cards say. Oh, we've got a card upside down here. That's not what I want. All right. All right. Hang on. All right. Okay, Sag, March 2019, Sagittarius. What is going on? There could be like a little subtle depression, you know, nothing serious, but maybe just feeling a little down. And it's not even in a space where it's a dangerous, you know, you can easily bounce out of this. But I feel like there's like a subtle sadness going on for some reason. Maybe feeling left out or lonely or something to that effect. But I think you're looking at it like it's not a big deal, and so you're just not putting energy into that, which is a good idea, because I don't feel like that's totally the case, but we'll see. All right, Sagittarius. But I don't feel terrible with you. I feel like an energy surge trying to break through, like an energy upload or a download trying to pierce through. We'll see. All right, we got Two of Pentacles. Yeah, you know, I think you've got a lot of things going on in the mind, and normally with Pentacles that's earth, but I think it's in the mind. I think you're trying to choose a direction. Yeah, Four of Swords. That's definitely in the head. Taking time to rest and think things through. Reconsider different scenarios. Six of Cups. Pretty nostalgic. Yeah. Going back to the past. Memories, you know. Let's see what else we got. Oh, Eight of Cups. Yeah, not walking away from something that may be bringing you down. Okay, we've got the Five of Swords and the Two of Swords. Queen of Wands. Justice. Death. You know, yeah. Death is that transformation for sure. And we've got Temperance here. Temperance is definitely balancing out energy, okay? Being patient. And with the Queen of Wands, you know, right in the center of your reading, we've got the Five of Swords. So there's conflict around you, okay? There's conflict. And I think, you know, with the Eight of Cups in reverse right before this Five of Swords, it's like having a hard time walking away from this conflict, but putting the swords up because you don't have time for it, especially with the Four of Swords. This is feeling very like, and it could be a lonely, but you're making the conscious decision, especially here with the Queen of Wands, that's Sagittarius energy. You're making the conscious decision, the conscious effort to not engage in this petty squabbling, you know, in this I'm better than you kind of energy, or I can do it better, or watch me do things better, or, you know, I think that there's the aspect that's dying off. And there's making that conscious decision to force this transformation in your life, especially here with the Death card, okay? This is ending a cycle, ending a pattern, ending something, you know, killing off a certain aspect in your life. And, you know, I feel like there's growth here, maturity. There's growth in this, especially with the Six of Cups. This is a very back in the past kind of energy. So, but there's this blocking that off, and then the rebirth here. So I feel like this is like a step up in maturity. And where you have the Four of Swords here, there's patience with this, you know, with the Two of Pentacles right next to it, there's, you know, juggling. What am I going to drop here? What needs to be dropped? And I think it's whatever's gone on in the past, being willing to drop that, but finding it difficult because it seems like still in your surrounding, there's people that want to still battle for the spot number one, you know, and you're just like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to battle. It's too emotionally draining on me. And so making that conscious decision, making that conscious effort not to do that. But it is taking patience. It is taking patience to do that. But with patience comes success, especially with this Nine of Cups here. You know, that's celebrating. That's celebrating, you know, what this patience brought you. Was good fortune, good health, good feelings, like feeling emotionally fulfilled. And that's because we've got this Eight of Cups in reverse. It's right next to the Nine of Cups, you know. You're just like, no, I can't do it. I can't do this. But it's not. If it weren't difficult to walk away. Now, the Eight of Cups is always a difficult energy. When it's in upright, you're in the process of walking away, or you've already walked away. When it's in reverse, you're heading in that direction. But you've got, you know, people in your surroundings here. You know, you've got the Five of Swords here. You're willing to fight for this. You don't want to. You're trying to block that out, but you're willing to fight for this transformation in your life, this change. And you're being patient, especially with this Temperance card. You're trying to find the solution to make things work for you, so you can end a certain aspect and rebirth, you know, and come out of this old shell, this old space, you know, expand. But let's see what the overall is here and clarify with this the White Sage Tarot here. The card out is the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Page of Swords. And the Six of Cups, which is great. You know, because it's clarifying the Six of Cups up here. And it's also clarifying what I was saying. You know, the Page of Swords is that immature energy, that childlike energy, that that in the past, you know, the Six of Cups, it could be dealing with a child too as well. Excuse me. And with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, it's kind of like the Eight of Cups reverse, you know. It's like the Eight of Cups, you're not quite ready to walk away from a certain aspect yet, something that's going on with you now. but you're in that thought process with the Four of Swords. You're currently thinking about it, like, how is this benefiting me? And in the Seven of Pentacles, you're just starting that thought process. You're just starting to come into this energy. How is this benefiting me? With the Seven of Pentacles upright, you know, you're able to see all the seeds that you planted in the fruit that it's bearing. And at this point in the growth of this plant, you can see if it's going to bear fruit or not. And so you can decide whether you want to keep this or not, dispose of it, you know. And then we got the Two of Pentacles on top. That's definitely making that choice. You know, which one of these pentacles do I need to drop to free up a hand? And that's where you're at right now. What is it that you need to drop? And I think the part of you, or the part of a situation that you need to drop, is anything that's happened in the past. You know, don't hold on to grudges. A certain immaturity, you know, I think there's a leveling up with you. I feel like there's a certain, it could be a spiritual growth where you're leveling up spiritually and getting more knowledge and understanding spirituality better. Or there's certain aspects of a child in your life that you're not going to tolerate anymore, saying, okay, you're too grown for this type of behavior. Let's move past this. Or even in yourself, if you have behaved in a certain way that showed negative tendencies, you're in a space now where you're like, hey, you know, this hasn't worked so far, so maybe I need to change this. And then with the Death card that's in the Justice, well, actually, with the Queen of Wands, too, all of these together. You know, the Queen of Wands is action-oriented, very action-oriented, very intelligent. This is Sagittarius right here, the fire card. And this is not gender specific. This is male or female. And they're coming in and making the conscious decision, being called to action, being called to make a decision, saying, okay, something needs to be done here. Take action. Get up. Stop thinking. Get out of this resting space with the Four of Swords. Get out. Fight for what it is that you want with this Five of Swords. Fight for that. And block out anything negative. Anybody who's coming in from the past that has anything negative towards you, block it out. Because there is a rebirth coming for you. There is a rebirth. This is like, oh, I can breathe again. You know, shedding the old to, you know, like a butterfly coming out of their cocoon, you know. This is an absolute rebirth, a transformation, and this is always good. You know, this is the phoenix rising from the ashes. You know, the phoenix will rise. And so it's like shedding off the old. It's great. It's beautiful. And so I think this is what's happening with you, Sagittarius. And anybody that has anything negative to say about you, you're blocking it. You're like, I don't care, like, what you think about me. I know what's best for me, and I'm making moves. Let's see. The Sacred Spirit reading cards. Let's see what they have to say. Sagittarius March. Here we go. Emotional challenges. Resolve the issue. Yeah, so like I said, this could be an emotional immaturity with the Six of Cups. And it's coming up twice. And so you're in this space where you're going within and you're resolving this issue with this rebirth. There's a definite resolve here. Balance will be restored. Sure will with this Temperance card. That's patience. That's balance. That's finding the right solution to a problem. And it's because of the work that you're putting in that balance will be restored. Soul fragments. They're piecing it all together. And then spiritual evolution. What did I say? Spiritual growth. Absolutely. And that's what I felt for sure. Set your heart free. This is opening up, you know. This is like that, you know, look at here. It's like from this death here up came this angel, arose this like the heart being set free, the butterfly coming out of the cocoon, you know. And this is the balance being restored. This is the balance being restored. But you had to resolve anything from the past in order to do that. And you did because you went within to do so. And so you're definitely on the right path. Don't question it. And anybody coming at you with any bullshit, it's okay. It's okay to block them off. It's okay to block them out. It's okay. You're like, no, I don't have time for this right now. I don't have time for this right now. You know, and that's a good attitude to have. You're not being mean to anybody. You're just putting you first and saying, okay, I know what's best for me, and that's what I need to do. All right. Three of Cups. A toast to friendship in the afternoon sun. 3 cups in happiness. 3 cheers are done. Yeah, that's like a celebration once the work is done. You know, you should celebrate yourself because you're the one who made this conscious decision. You're the one who intuitively did this on your own. Nobody forced you to. Nobody said, hey, you need to do this. You thought this out on your own. This is your own growth by yourself. It's not easy to do. A stranger's grace. Ego fears the sudden danger, but never underestimate the kindness of a loving stranger. Yeah, you know, not everybody has bad will, but I think in this space, you know, with the 5 of Swords, it's like you're so used to people coming at you with different things that you kind of on guard. You know, the 5 of Swords, that person is on guard. And and you look, you know, it looks like there's people just walking by her, but she's standing there with 4 swords and 1 in hand, and she's looking at them like, yeah, you better keep walking, you know. You better keep walking, but saying don't underestimate their grace. And if the way they're walking, they look pretty graceful, you know, the way they're walking away, they look pretty graceful, but you're looking at them like, yeah, that's what I thought, pal, you know. But saying, you know, there's no need to be that way, that you could be getting kindness from even a stranger, so you don't always have to have your guard up, you know. With this 2 of Swords, you can put the guard down. You can. It's okay to defend yourself when need be, but it's not always needed. So you can let that guard down. You don't always have to be in the defense. And I think that's what's been happening a lot with Sagittarius too. Just very defensive, very much standing their ground and defending, you know, feeling like they have to fight for their right or fight for their words or fight for their freedom, you know, and not necessarily the case. Choose your battles. Choose your battles. All right, one more card. Whoop, geez, that one hit me in the face. Begin here. Do not fear what travel brings, my dear. The moment is yours. Begin now, here. Yeah, especially with the death. Transformation. Take a spiritual journey, you know. I think that's what's happening with you. I think you're kind of resisting a little bit this change out of fear, but you know it's what's best for you. And there's... I don't want to say there's a fear. I think there just might be an uncomfortableness. I mean, if your actual skin on your body started changing into like, you know, fish scales or feathers like a bird or, you know, something, or skin like an alligator, you would feel uncomfortable during that transition, you know. I mean, it may not be painful, but you may be looking at it like, well, what the hell's going on? What's happening to my skin? Like, I don't understand. It's not comfortable. All right, so this is kind of like a transition for you that's not exactly comfortable, and it can be confusing, but it's not painful. But it's good for you. This is giving you like a different coat of armor. Like if you were to grow alligator skin and actually see the process taking place, you'd be like, what the hell is happening to me, you know? And it can be scary, but it's also good for you. Not the prettiest looking thing, but I mean, definitely a lot tougher than human skin. And so I think this is what's happening. You know, you're shedding old skin, creating a new thicker skin, and being more determined and positive and optimistic about your future. And so, and not allowing other people to come at you with any crap about it, because you and only you know what's best for you. Other people may have an idea of what's best for you, but you know best, and you know right from wrong, and you don't need others to tell you that. It's your honesty that needs to be up front and forward too. Don't deceive yourself and block yourself from any new beginnings that could possibly set you free emotionally or spiritually, you know. Don't do that. But anyway, Sag, I don't see this as a bad thing. I think this is a good thing. There could just be a little bit of resistance. Drop the resistance and you'll be fine. All right, and I hope this made sense. If it does, please like, share, and subscribe. Click the bell so you can be notified when I go live and you don't miss any free readings that I do. And leave comments in the description. I mean, in the comment section below. I'd greatly appreciate it. All right, I'll see you next month, Sag. Take care.